Hi, I'm Samantha Desautel, and this is my hacking video assignment. This week we watched the video Real Future: What Happens When You Dare Expert Hackers to Hack You. This video was very interesting and really highlighted how much of a threat hacking can be, especially in these modern times. Hacking is a threat that I would classify as an intentional act. Our book also noted that computer fraud is specifically difficult for companies to detect, which I believe makes it especially important for companies to do what they can to prevent it. Hackers can commit many types of frauds as described in our book. Hackers commit processor fraud when they enter systems illegally. The video demonstrated hackers committing computer instructions fraud when the laptop was instructed to take a photograph of the hacking victim every 2 minutes. I've noticed in interviews with Mark Zuckerberg that he will keep electrical tape over his computer's microphone and video camera. I wonder if it was specifically this type of hacking that he is looking to prevent with those measures. Also, hackers use data fraud, as shown by the woman who made the fraudulent phone call in the video. She was able to obtain an email address, add a user to the account, and even change the account's password without actually providing any information herself first. It's not uncommon for the personal information of customers to be the victim of a hacking attack. I know I've gotten a couple of letters that showed my personal information may have been susceptible during certain attacks to companies with which I do business. One of the scariest parts of the video was the recognition that our infrastructure could be the target of a hacking attack. Whether it's a satellite, GPS signal, nuclear power plant, or other infrastructure entity, if compromised, they could produce serious physical collateral damage in addition to just the financial risks of hacking. I know our friends at DEF CON show us every year that basically everything is hackable. I know in 2019 they were able to hack into 100 securely designed voting machines, sort of just to prove that they could do so. So we cannot eliminate all the risk, but there are things that companies can do to prevent the risk of fraud. The first one is an ethical company culture. This really does start at the top of the company, as lower level employees tend to emulate those above them. And if a manager is showing very great ethical abilities, that tends to trickle down as well. It's very important for companies to have strong internal controls, as well as segregation of duties. This sort of removes the opportunity for employees and others to commit fraud. I know opportunity is one of the points of the fraud triangle, and so if you take that away, you do lower the risk that fraud will occur. Independent checks and audits are very crucial, as well as general supervision. I noticed that the book mentioned that when employees go on vacation, sometimes their fraudulent schemes are uncovered during the time that they're away and somebody else is filling in for that position. I found that very interesting. Also, companies can have an anonymous fraud line set up for employees or other individuals that may have intel that some kind of suspicious activity is occurring, and they're able to leave that without fear of recourse. Technology-related things can also help prevent fraud. For example, you should be encrypting your data, trying to protect all the sensitive information. Another way to do this is with authentication or two-factor authentication when it comes to passwords. Keeping systems up to date and free of bugs will be crucial to kind of eliminate any loopholes that hackers may be able to sneak into from old models of that software. And then lastly, companies are able to install fraud detection software, which may help them find fraud that is not easy to see to the human eye, but the computer is able to find that. All in all, it was really interesting learning about hacking this week, and I hope you have a nice one. Bye.